Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG. Nico DLG.
And you listen to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Siesta Stations.
And worldwide at
IRLoneStar.com.
And if you've missed any part of this show, you can check us on the podcast. It's going to come out tomorrow.
If you've missed any of the show, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. But it's at Facebook.com/NerdThugRadio. Or iTunes.
Facebook.
Or Google Play Music.
Facebook.
Or Buzzsprout.
Did you say the Facebook?
I said Stitcher.
Did you say Facebook?
And Satchel.
Did you say the Facebook?
I did.
Did you say your mom's house?
Yes.
Because it's going to be at your mom's house.
Definitely. This segment, we're joined by a friend of ours, Brian Keith from Reality of Wrestling. BK, say what up to Nerd Thug and Conroe.
Doggy!
There he is. The legendary Cowboy from Reality
legendary?
of Wrestling.
Appreciate that. Legendary. That's
You're
what's
welcome.
up.
I mean, for Reality of Wrestling, you got to be.
You dang right.
So, BK, we first got some good film of you. We came to Reality of Wrestling last year, and you had your thing going on with Rex. But before that, you had a pretty good run as the TV champion. Is that not right?
Yes, sir. Television champion.
How long were you the television champion for?
Bro, I was television champion for... I can't even remember, bro.
12 years.
100 years.
It was close.
You had a long run.
It was like a year and like 3 months or something like that, bro. And I went and did my research. It was the longest time anybody's ever held a championship period in Reality of Wrestling.
And which is pretty good considering, it's the promotion only has the heavyweight, the tag, and the TV champ. There's nothing else. So, At the time, it was just those three. So for you, for over a year, I mean, that's crazy.
It's a blessing, bro. I appreciate it.
Some people, Chris Jericho just held his U.S. title for 23 hours.
Right.
So, a year is pretty awesome.
I was so confused when he won Payback. I was so confused.
We'll get to that in some other time. I guess that was just like because he's leaving, so they're probably like, all right, we'll give you your moment one time.
Well, I guess it's definitely... I guess we're going to go on this. But I guess it definitely sets... It really makes Kevin Owens look like a bad guy, right?
Yeah, no, perfect.
Yeah.
So speaking of bad guys, which you're not, but... So wrestling. How long have you been wrestling now, professionally?
Professionally, non-professionally, 7 years. Professionally, I want to say like 4.
4, okay.
Maybe 3.
So what got your start? What was it that you said, man, I want to be a professional wrestler? I want to try to make this work.
I actually knew since I was 10 years old, bro. I got a picture of me on career day
at
elementary school with a tag team title, and Macho Man was behind me.
Yes, yeah, that's awesome.
And on it had, words, like sentences that I wrote myself, and it was like, when I grow up, I want to be a professional wrestler.
That's awesome.
See,
10 years old, man.
I wanted to be one, too, and my mom just told me I was stupid.
Bro, you know what I wanted
she said,
to be?
You got to go to school. And I should have not listened to her because
you really should not
my life has been a downward spiral ever since. Like, how many times have I told you, dude, I should have been a wrestler? Like,
but you wouldn't have made it out of the early thousands.
I probably would have been, how wrestling was in the early thousands, like how rampant certain things were everywhere.
Yeah.
That would have been me.
Yeah.
I'd have been like Brian Pillman. I wouldn't have lasted long.
You'd be the next Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
You would need your own documentary at this point.
But I wouldn't have survived.
No.
Not highly.
Got one of those in memoriams.
Yeah.
Before that, though, I actually wanted to be a Pokemon master.
A Pokemon? Okay.
That was my first occupation. And then my parents let me down and told me that it did not exist. But I have a friend that is now playing Pokemon professionally, traveling the world.
That's crazy.
Getting paid money. And I was like, ha!
He could have done it.
I could have did that.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thing we talk about on the show a lot, or I always bring up, is I used to play poker semi-professionally for a long time. And back when I was playing, a lot of the top guys all across the U.S., they were young like me, but they had all gotten their start playing Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's how they kind of got their competitive spirit and strategy and tactics, and then they moved up. So, yeah. Man.
Also learning how to sit through long tournaments.
Right.
That's a big deal.
Like, how cool would that be just to play card games?
Right.
Pokemon for
See, to
money.
me, I go the other way with that, and just, like, when they ask you at career day what you want to be, and then you tell them you want to be a dragon when you grow up, and they're like, no, you screwed that up, man. Try it again.
Reset.
Reset.
There's a reptile, man.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Seen that?
See? Yeah. So someone clearly could have been a dragon. Like,
Yeah.
they just sold us short when we said those things.
You're dang right.
Because they were like, what do you want to be then? I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll be king if I can't be a dragon. And they're like, no, that's not, you can't.
I really just want to be a branch manager of a mid-level $1 million company.
Right.
That's what I've always wanted to
Right.
do.
There you go. There you go. No one says that, and then that's where people wind up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so how'd you get your start? Did you go to school, or did you just kind of fall into it? Like, how did you follow the steps to your dream?
So actually, 10 years old, decided I want to be a wrestler. Jonathan Vega of La Familia.
Okay.
I've known him since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
So it's like actually my brother. So we've been wrestling like backyards, trampolines,
all
just
kinds
doing
of stuff.
Bro, I have a video of me giving him the deadliest Death Valley driver on the edge of the trampoline, on the railing.
Oh,
I have to show you guys after this. It's ridiculous.
You're gonna have to show us.
He could have died.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
all those videos your parents warned you about.
right. Yeah, right. But since then, man, I just was so dedicated to it. I didn't have a brother growing up. You know, I had 4 sisters. So, every day was driving me crazy until he moved into the neighborhood. And I was like, oh, man, finally. And then I found, actually, you know what got us together was Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
We played some Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved it. Played some Yu-Gi-Oh! Found out he liked wrestling, so we clicked. And then from there, we went to Texas All-Star Wrestling in Humble.
Yeah.
We wrestled there. That's where we started off at. Started when we were 18. We went when we were 16, though, for a Davey Richards camp, bro.
Yeah.
Davey Richards legitimately kicked me in my chest, bro. I told him I wanted to learn how to kick.
Yeah.
He legitimately gave me a kick in my chest, bro. Like, that a grown man should probably take. And I was like, oh. But I just loved it since then, bro. Yeah, I did.
I got it.
And it was crazy because he pulled us to the side afterwards, and he was like, man, I know. Because there was a bunch of other people, but they really weren't that serious. And he was like, man, I know there's a bunch of people who aren't that serious here, but you guys show a bunch of, promising talent in this, so you guys should just keep going. And like, it was motivation for me to just keep going.
That is so awesome.
It was, bro. Like, at 16 years old, for him to tell me that, I was like, man, that's really cool. It was more
Davey
fuel.
Richards.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, bro. I love Dave Richards. I hate the fact that he's about to retire. Actually. Yeah.
Happens to all of us.
That's true. Your body can only go so long. But
Father Time is undefeated, right?
Yes, he's the champ.
Yeah. So we wrestled for Texas All Star for a amount of years. We trained there. I worked for them for a couple of years, and then Booker was switching his company from PWA to
it was
Rally
PW,
Wrestling.
right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first show I ever saw was they were in Pearland, I think. Yeah, it was down there.
Yeah.
He actually had a school, and I was like, man, I only had one kid at the time, so at this time I was like 24. I was still in really good shape, and my daughter was like maybe a year old. Or no, she wasn't even born yet. And I told my wife, I was like, man, I think I want to go to this school.
Downtown, right?
Yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, it was downtown. We had just moved back from Dallas, and she's like, you're having a kid, you can't do that. So first my mom killed my dream. Then my wife killed my dream. So now I just talk about it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So you jumped to Booker T.
Jumped to Booker T's. They were looking for new talent.
Okay,
and,
cool.
Actually, Kevin saw me wrestling. Kevin Bernhardt saw me wrestling at a show. Came to me and was like, hey, we're looking for new talent. We just want to know if you'd be interested. And I definitely was. I was like, Booker T, heck yeah, I'm interested. So ever since then, man, I've just been putting it down for Booker, man.
So when you started, what gimmick did you start with?
Same gimmick.
Same
I just wasn't a bounty hunter. I was like a country loving.
I'm a country loving. Charlie Robinson right here. So they tell you go out there and be like Charlie Robinson, but if he wrestled?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know. Who's Charlie Robinson?
Most people won't get that except for you.
Yeah.
Charlie Robinson is like one of the most famous African American country singers.
I gotta look him up. Maybe
You're
I
gonna
can draw
have
some
to.
inspiration.
There you go.
I think you're using the word famous wrong.
No, not at all.
I don't know him.
Yeah.
From like back in the day.
If you could call out a name and no one blinks, not famous.
Well, how much country music do you know?
Whoa.
I'm not even gonna ask that guy.
I know
no,
none.
no.
First of all,
Ask
I
that
know
guy.
none.
Right.
The only ones I know are like from the WWE games that I hear. Like,
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
So this Saturday, coming up on May 13th, you're Reality Wrestling. They were doing another recording. You're wrestling Corey DLG's favorite wrestler of all time, Rob Barnes.
Rob Barnes.
So it's gonna be
Aussie.
Yeah.
Oi,
so this
oi.
So this is kind of a rematch from the last tape.
Yeah, because he cheated.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But you did kick him in the face pretty good.
I kick everybody in the face pretty good.
Yeah, that drop kick you delivered to him was pretty dirty. You could hear it all around.
I come in full speed.
And it wasn't like the slap either. Like, you just legit kicked him.
I made a promise to myself that I can't slap my leg when I kick people anymore because it's an epidemic in wrestling.
It's becoming huge.
Everybody's doing even for like forearms, bro. Like I see people slap their leg. I'm like, how do you slap your leg on a forearm? Like you can't be manly enough to give another guy a forearm and it create its own noise.
Yeah.
Like really? Like
whoa. It sounds like you're underjudging them. Maybe they are that manly.
Apparently you're not. If you have to slap your leg to make noise to give a forearm.
I've become a huge fan over the last maybe year and a half of British wrestling, and they slap like crazy
for everything.
It's like holy.
To the point where you're not even watching the wrestling no more.
Nope.
You're just looking for the slaps
Where's the
every
slap?
time.
Where's the slap?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Is
man,
his
that's
leg red?
not.
Is his leg red yet?
Or
Nope.
like whenever The Rock, when he did his punches back in the
Yeah.
day, I would never notice. But until people started doing all the leg slaps, then I will go back and watch his tapes, and I was like, man, The Rock was leg slapping the whole time.
It was leg slapping before leg slapping
We
was
need a
cool.
T-shirt that says no leg slapping.
Yeah. Instead of like what is the revival? They like no flips, just fists.
Exactly.
No leg slaps, just kicks.
Just kicks.
That could be your new slogan right there. No leg slaps,
Thank
just
you.
kicks. Boom, nailed it.
I owe you.
You nailed it. I just want the first T-shirt. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't have to get too crazy. You're the talent.
Actually, I have a story for you. Now, it doesn't have nothing pertaining to what we're talking to right now. But when you asked me when I first started, crazy. When I was 12, me and Jonathan Vega went to go watch PWA.
Okay.
We drove his parents' van all the way to, was it Pearland?
Yeah, Pearland.
All the way
when you're
there.
like 12.
Just me and him at 12. Kids, don't try this at home, please.
Disclaimer.
He knew how to drive since he was like 10, so I trusted him.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, whatever,
no,
bro.
You're 12. You don't care.
he's a
Yeah.
trusted driver.
Yeah, so we're like 12, 13. We go out there, bro, and we see the show. It was amazing. I got like a piece of the table. Somebody got broken through it. I was so happy. So happy that when we got out the van, we didn't realize that the light was still on.
Oh, no.
And the battery died. Battery dies in the van. It's raining super hard. Like, we had to call his parents to come get us because we went back inside and we asked somebody for jumper cables, and then it didn't work. So we were like, all right, well, I don't know what we're going to do. We call our parents. They're coming. We end up talking with Booker T. We see him doing an autograph signing, and I was like, man, I'm not going to ask him for help. And Jonathan was like, man, ask him. We need some help. Went to him. I asked him, and, he's the one who got us the jumper cables and stuff like that. And then since the car didn't work, the van didn't work, he was like, you guys come inside. You can hang out until your parents get here. So we're chilling backstage with Booker T and all the wrestlers.
So did he know you were 12 at the
Devon.
time? Where he's like, these are probably 16-year-old kids. They drove here. They're cool.
Yeah, he probably didn't know we were doing shit, bro.
He does now.
Yeah, and so we're chilling, and his parents come, and then we're about to leave, and right before we leave, I tell him, bro, I'm like, man, one day we're gonna come back and we're gonna wrestle for you. And it's crazy, bro, because the same building I told him that in, bro, is the same building that I won the television championship.
That's
in.
crazy.
It was
That's
really crazy,
fate.
bro.
That's
fate.
cool feeling.
Yeah, it was.
That
It
is
was
cool.
amazing.
We're going to jump out and take a break here real quick. When we come back, BK's going to hang out with us. And we're going to nerd out some.
Woo.
You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio.
Hashtag talking nerdy to you.